But the ballots are supposed to be printed here in the United States of America. In some cases, the ballots have to be printed in that exact state. American paper has a signature in it. And with forensics, you can look at that paper and see it is the constituents of that paper or what we use to make paper. Now, let's say there was an influx of China ballots. China does not have the tree and lumber population we have because it got deforested primarily a long time ago. They use bamboo and they do use wood pulps. They use bamboo in their paper, and they use about 27 different mixes of grasses that we don't have here in the United States. And although you can't look at it and see it, it's very detectable. And so I can assure you that outside of a catastrophic failure, this will be plugged.
You can actually detect the mill that paper came from and what time of the year.
You can tell by that. You can also tell in that code that everybody's hearing about. You can find it on my Twitter and stuff. But I show the code. You can actually tell it down to the printer manufacturer at what printer. And ironic in that, if you do see some of those codes, those are unofficial printers that should have never printed them in the first place, which again proves another level of deception. But this is only about vote verification. It is very hard in today's environment, all of the connective tissues of bad actors and payoffs and bribes and gotchas and Epstein's lying island parties and everything else. Set that aside. Looking at million lines of code and getting judges or juries to understand, set that aside. It's very, very simple. And I'll give you a litmus test here as I wrap up for you. But a fold, just the part of the fold, it's supposed to be ink, and you can't fill it in by a machine. We've got that. But I'll give you